14 months ago, I was 40 pounds overweight. I was drinking too much and feeling pretty depressed. I'm 57, and this is what I did about it. After COVID, I really let myself go. I was well over 200 pounds, depressed, not having any joy in life, drinking more. I never really considered myself an alcoholic, kind of a social drinker. But when I really sat down and started thinking about it, I thought, I've been drinking for 40 years, since high school. And there's always an occasion, beers with the boys. Mrs. W and I used to love to go eat out once, twice a week. The reason why I like to eat out so much wasn't necessarily for the food, it was an excuse to have a couple beers or a couple cocktails. Waking up at 2 o'clock, 3 in the morning, wrecked for a day or two afterwards, too tired, too unfit, too fat to do the things I wanted, rather than going out and enjoying nature and enjoying the hobbies and things that I used to do with my wife or with my kids, sitting around trying to recoup from the weekends. It all came ahead to me. It was a Saturday morning, and Sweet Loaf came up to me and asked if I would take her dirt bike riding. And I was just so tired from not sleeping and a little bit hungover. I said, baby, I'm just not into it today. And she went away disappointed. And that just broke my heart. What have I got myself into? What have I turned into? Do you think that anyone's going to take care of this little girl, take care of my wife, if I continue down this path and destroy my life and destroy my health and die early? Right there, I really did some soul searching, and I drew a line in the sand. And I said right then and there, 14 months ago, this is enough. This ends here. This is my gym. No membership fees, and I don't have to drive or leave my home to get strength training. When I first started, I didn't have anything fancy. I had a pull-up bar, a dip station. My friend Cody sent me 2 30-pound kettlebells. And when the kettlebells got too light, I bought 50s. And when the 50s got too light, I bought 70s. When I first started, I bought 3 of these resistance bands. 1 heavy, 1 medium, and 1 light. I had to have these because I wasn't strong enough to do 1 pull-up or 1 dip, not really. So I started with the heavy ones. And when I was able to do those, I went to the medium. When I got a little bit stronger, I went to the lights, and eventually I didn't need them at all. And when I outgrew the 70-pound kettlebells, I found some plates and a rack and a bench on Facebook Marketplace and started expanding my gym. But when I got started, I had very little, not much more than a mirror, a clock, a couple kettlebells, pull-up bar, and a dip station. I put a neon crown at the top of that dip bar to remind me that I don't want to be a slob and a loser. I don't want to just lay down and die and just get old and irrelevant. I want to be a king. I want to be the king of my household. I want to be the man that God intends for me to be. And I put that crown up there above that pull-up bar to remind me, if I want to wear that, I'm going to have to fight through that pull-up bar to get to it. And then I started walking 6 miles every day. Rain, snow, dark, cold, it made no difference. 7 days a week. When I first started, I couldn't come anywhere near 6 miles. I remember the first time I headed out, I walked right by this Ponderosa here, made it about a half a mile, and turned around. And that half a mile turned into a mile, and then a mile and a half, and then 3, and now 6 every single day. The time in the morning, I wake up at 4, spend 90 minutes. It takes 90 minutes to do a 6-mile walk. It's a great time to clear my head, to focus on what it is that I'm doing, what it is that's important to me. That morning walk has been one of the most important things and probably one of the best things that you can do for yourself. No gurus, no programs, no gimmicks, just get out there and walk. There's nothing better for a man than to get out and to walk 6 miles a day. The food. 2 meals a day, only whole foods, no ingredients. 2,000 calories a day is how I lost the 40 pounds. Now, the average man is going to require about 3,000 calories a day. There is no magic, there is no diet, there's no excuses, there's no gland problems, there's no big bones. We're talking about thermodynamics. If you have more calories going out than you have going in, you will 100% drop weight, and it's very, very simple. Meal 1 after you work out, 1,000 calories. What that looks like for me is 10 ounces of 85-15 high-quality, organic, hormone-free ground beef and 4 eggs. You can cook your eggs on avocado oil. It's a good, healthy oil, and it's good for cooking your steaks because it doesn't smoke. Meal 2, sirloin, 12 ounces of sirloin, either potatoes or rice, usually about 2/3 cup of rice. Season that with a tablespoon or 2 of good high quality extra virgin olive oil, and for dessert, a 1.5 cups of Greek yogurt with seasonal berries. Greek yogurt can be a little bit sour. If you put a teaspoon of local honey, it's a fine dessert. After a while, you come to like it just as much as ice cream. One thing that's really delicious that you may or may not know of is a high quality salt. This is French, it's fleur de sel, I believe, and it's so good you can eat it like candy. And most importantly, only water. 1 gallon of water every day. How you track that? Get yourself a gallon jug and just force yourself to do it. This is not to be overlooked. Clean water, whole foods, no preservatives, no GMO. When I started, I didn't know what the portions were, and so Mrs. W had a small scale and I would weigh them. 12 ounces sirloin, 10 ounces of ground beef. I also found it helpful to use an app called MyFitnessPal, I believe, and it helped me to count macros, meaning to keep track of what it was I was eating. I didn't know what a carb was. I didn't know what a fat was. I didn't know how much I needed, and that really got me on track. You can use that for about a month or so, and you'll get a great education. You'll start to understand what food is, what it does for your body, and how to look at it and track it. You won't need to do that forever, but it's very helpful to do it for about a month. It will give you a tremendous education. The alcohol. I gave it up, cold turkey. First couple weeks were a little bit rough. I found it difficult in social settings where people are drinking or even eating out. And so what I do now is I order a sparkling water with lime. It gives me something to sip on. It gives me kind of something to hold on to and keep myself occupied. After 2 weeks, I didn't miss it anymore, and that's when my sleep returned. I haven't experienced sleep like that since I was a child. I wake up in the morning with energy, optimism. I'm proud of myself. When I'm coming home from work in the evening, I'm present with my children. I'm present with my wife. I'm in the moment. I tell you, I'm not telling you what to do, but I can tell you this. My life's never been better since I gave it up. I don't miss it, and alcohol never did anything for me. Nothing good anyway. Sleep. You need to protect your sleep. It's one of the most important issues. What we're doing here is we're building on 3 pillars. Number 1, a strength training regime, whether that be calisthenics or weight training mixed with walking. Number 2, food, calorie deficit, clean, whole foods. And number 3, and maybe the most important, is good quality sleep. In your room, make sure it's cool. Make sure there are no lights coming under the door, through the windows, especially LEDs. Put a piece of tape over your smoke detector. If you have an alarm clock, throw something on it. Be absolutely fanatical about protecting yourself from light in your bedding. Cool room with the windows open. If you have lights coming in from the neighbors or street lights, blackout curtains. If you have trouble falling asleep, one thing that really helps me and what I take every night is a magnesium supplement. It comes in a can, it's a small powder. You put a scoop in water and you take that right before you brush your teeth. It gives a sense of calmness, and it really helps you to get your brain to stop thinking so that you can settle down and really get some sleep. Have a regular routine. I personally am in bed working on going to sleep at 8:30 every night. I wake up at 4. I have to wake up at 4 because this is what it takes for me to get in my walk, my time prepping my food, and doing my workout. So do whatever you have to take, whatever you have to do, adjust your schedule, but have a routine. Cool room, no light, magnesium, peaceful, dark, protect your sleep. So what are the results after 14 months of doing what I've shared with you? Well, this is me 14 months ago. Since then, I've went from a 38 pant down to a 32. In another 8 weeks, I'll be down to a 31. That's the pant that I was wearing in high school. I put size on my arms, on my chest, on my shoulders, on my thighs. I'm strong, I'm athletic. At a moment's notice, I can do a 10, 15 mile hike. I can lift my daughter up over my head. I can split firewood all day without feeling like I'm going to die with my son. My wife is proud of me and motivated to improve her condition as well. My son is proud of me and talks about my accomplishments behind my back to his friends. My daughter thinks that I'm the strongest, most muscly man in the whole world, and I'm not, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is they saw their father going down the wrong path, and it was important enough to take care of his family, to make the sacrifices so that I'll be around for a while. And I can't tell you the benefits. I can't tell you how important and how much that means to me. Decline is not inevitable. I decided that 14 months ago. If you're waiting around for the right medication, the right guru, the right program, the right diet, the right food, that day's not going to happen. You got to make the decision, and that's where it starts. You need to draw a line in the sand and say, enough. I've been doing the same thing for 30, 40 years, and look what it's got me. I'm a man that I'm ashamed of. I'm a shadow of what I used to be, and I'm about to become a great burden upon my family. If nothing else, your family, your kids, your grandkids need your wisdom. They need your guidance. They need your inspiration. And what a testimony, what a story of a man who let himself go, who came correct and put the hard work in, made the sacrifice. Can you imagine the lesson that would teach your kids and grandkids or your wife? You don't need to say a word. I heard an old preacher say one day, preach the gospel every single day of your life and speak only if you absolutely must. Man, words are cheap. They don't mean nothing. What does mean something is making a transformation. 14 months ago, I was ashamed of myself. And today, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm well on my way. It has been an incredible journey. It has changed my life in so many ways. How I look at food, how I look at fitness, how I look at quality of life. I wish I would have done it 10 years ago. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers. Pray for us. Tomorrow, I will be doing a public live stream at 2 a.m. Pacific time. If you want to jump on that live stream, I'll make myself available for about 90 minutes. I can share with you what I've done. I can help you or answer any questions. I'm not the expert on it, but I have had good results, and I'm 100% resolved, and I really want you to do well also. So hit that subscribe button, put it on your calendar. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow, I believe it will be around 2 o'clock p.m. West Coast time. We'll go live and jump in there and share your experience with me. Ask questions. I have learned a lot along the way and learning more and more all the time. But I really encourage you to go over there, and I look forward to hearing your questions, comments, and concerns. God bless all of you.